let you know who let me have 1,000 subscribers. No, seriously, the king of YouTube neglect, what is happening? Heyo there, YouTube! Welcome back to The Tea, the only channel on YouTube where we go on unannounced month-long breaks of hiatus, only to come back to 1,000 subscribers, and that is just on being the king of YouTube neglect. Yikes. I want to start off this video by saying thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers on the channel! I honestly can't believe that 1,000 of you have decided to stick along with this hot mess train. Actually, it's more than 1,000 because YouTube gave me the notification late, but I digress. So I think I should start off by giving you an explanation of where I've been the past couple of months. Well, I may or may not have become a TikToker.
Wait a damn minute.
Yeah, I know. Specifically a Disney TikToker, and it's kind of a long story, but to make a long story short, I decided one day that I was just going to start posting some Disney-related videos, and it kind of took off in a way that I was not expecting. I've amassed quite the following over there, with people who just want to see my delirious Disney content on the daily, and that is a lot of D. Oh no. And it's been pretty incredible who has interacted with some of the TikToks that I've posted. I had one time where Patrick Starr left a comment on one of my TikToks. One of them got featured on the Disney Bound. One of them got duetted by Mia Khalifa. So if that doesn't tell you of my internet presence at this point, I don't know what does, and it's kind of chaotic. So on the chance that you want to see more of me on the daily where I'm not totally neglecting to post anything, you can go check out my TikTok at Jeremy the T. We do everything Disney over there. Runways, like Disney bound kind of things. I spill some Disney tea every now and again. And just delirious content. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on over there. But that's enough of where I've been. Let's get into what we're doing here today. So I think for my first video back, hitting 1,000 subscribers, we need to do something to commemorate the journey that this channel has been on. So today we'll be going through some of my favorite moments in the history of the channel, and we've almost been on YouTube for about 2 years-ish, not quite, but almost, and there's a lot that we can talk about. From reactions to roommate showdowns, the tea has been a hot messery of production since day one, and it still is. So how's that for evolution for you? But yes, together we'll relive some of the moments that I think were the greatest on the channel, and I'll be spilling a little bit of tea on some of the more popular ones that really got a lot of attention. So ladies and gentlemen, buckle up as we take on this 1,000 subscriber special, diving into the history of the tea. So as we kick off this little reminiscence, let us begin, well, where the channel began. The first video. Formerly known as We Love an Intro, introducing the tea, this was the video that kicked off my channel in September of 2018. This was back in the day when I was filming off my phone, which I mean I still am, but I have a better camera on the said phone now, so we have it. But I was also filming on my ghetto rig, is what I called it. I literally took 2 of the storage containers that I had underneath my dorm bed, stacked them on top of each other, put the box I keep my bow ties in, and I would take like a paperweight of some sort and stand my phone up against it, and I would call that my tripod, and that is how I filmed every video freshman year that was in my dorm, because I didn't have a tripod. We've since upgraded with a tripod and ring light combo, but just so you know, that's a little insider tea of how this all got started. Anyways, that video has been kind of in the works for a little bit in terms of that people have been asking me to start a YouTube channel, and I've just been considering it for keeping track of all my college stuff, and boy did my channel get away from me really quickly, so there we go. So let's check out some of the best moments from my first video. So I'm just going to say what we were all thinking. It's about time I hit the internet, isn't it? I guess YouTube's a thing now, so like, why not? I'm probably the biggest musical hot mess you're ever gonna meet in your life. I'm currently a student at UCF, theater pending. Gotta work on that audition. I kinda sing a little.
Just a little bit.
Hit that subscribe button, either here or here or here or here. I don't really know how editing works yet, so we'll figure that out too. That's the tea on that. And as you can see, wow, we've really been on the come up since then, haven't we? Anyways, as I said, we kicked off the channel to keep track of my journey through college, and one of the bigger implementations of that was the start of a little series we like to call Roommate Showdown. It was a YouTube series that started with my personal roommate Alan and kind of evolved into all the roommates in our dorm area. It was a bit of an idea that was posed to me by Alan and us competing in different things. Specifically, our first video together was the Roommate Showdown with the childhood theme songs challenge. And that led into what might be one of my favorite videos on the YouTube channel, the gingerbread face-off that I had Alan, CJ, Doug, and Ethan partake in. But first, let's check out how it all started between me and my roommate Alan. With our first special guest on the channel, my roommate Alan. This time, however, is no fault of my own necessarily.
I mean, it could have been fixed by now.
You know what? Well, we're not going to disrespect.
Actually, the only reason I'm in this video is to disrespect. I got lightsabers yesterday.
Oh my god.
So that, if we have another argument, we just duke it out with lightsabers, you know?
Ham were the cookies, but he claimed Jet and Oliver and Company, so.
Wow, everybody saw that movie.
You know what? I don't need to take this.
Impossible.
Chowder!
Chowder.
Chowder.
You take the moon and you take the sun! And that was the dynamic we carried out through the entire rest of our freshman year, which then grew into the bigger Roommate Showdown as we know now, which ended up with a total of 3 videos: the gingerbread face-off, the slime challenge, and the try not to laugh. And some little details before we get into some of those highlights. So for the gingerbread challenge, that was kind of on a whim. I went to Target with my friends Danielle and Ayana, who we will talk about later in this video, and I found a gingerbread kit, and I was like, hey, this is a YouTube idea, let's have my roommates do gingerbread. And then it turned into a bigger mess because they decided they were going to team up and use 2 of the gingerbread houses in the kit, and try to make something new, and well, that is what we resulted in. And in that video, there's a lot of very questionable things that are happening. There's at one point where they're trying to sand down or cut the gingerbread, and so CJ gets a pocket knife thinking that's gonna help. There's a teeth moment that is used. One of my favorite lines in the entire video, chocolate doesn't burn. The moment that I get exposed for being a fake roommate and not knowing that Ethan is literally colorblind and he can't see the different candy color. Yeah, needless to say, that video was just a hodgepodge of things. And then for the slime and try not to laugh videos. So those, fun fact, were both filmed on the same day. The slime came first and then the try not to laugh. And that's because Alan, for some reason, really just wanted us to make slime. So we did, and it made a mess of everything because a lot of choices were made in that production. And finally, in the try not to laugh video, I think that was my idea. I don't know. Let's just say though, having the boys face off with each other with the whole water bit, our floor was soaked afterwards, but we were all moving out in a week or 2 anyway, so it didn't really affect us, but we were all soaked by the end of it, especially since at the end they wanted to get real cute and decide to all spit on me, so that was real cute. That was kind of how we ended the Roommate Showdown era of freshman year, and those guys are the best roommates I could have asked for. So let's get into some of the highlights of our group Roommate Showdown. So today I have a select few special guests for this episode of Christmas Roommate Showdown. God dang. Oh, what are y'all doing?
Oh, it's smart. No, we're gonna.
It's not milk, it's milk.
Guarantee you people pronounce it milk.
Ew.
We can put that on top. Perfect.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this.
Good luck getting the food coloring off.
Where'd y'all put your old slime?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. See, that's what I'm saying, look at that.
That's like a thing you get from Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Let's leave the doors back on. Chocolate doesn't burn.
Oh my god! Oh! 3255, it's been real. It's been a year of YouTube videos and mess, and yeah. So after that fun little mess, let's talk about another genre that I attempted to get into that I didn't really get through, the vlogging. It first started with a Halloween Horror Nights vlog. It wasn't even a vlog. It was, I went to Halloween Horror Nights, I came back, I talked about it, and I put in clips of videos that I took from that year into it. And so that was kind of what kicked off that. And that would eventually end up leading to this past Horror Nights, where I actually did do a whole vlog where I brought you guys with me and I kind of recorded whatever I could, and not a huge theme park social media presence, of course I couldn't like take you into the houses with me, but you did get to watch me get chased by a chainsaw, my friend Colton just straight up and leave me, so that was super fun. That would also lead into the Disney Christmas vlog that I ended up doing at the first castle lighting, because that was back during a time where there wasn't a reservation system, there wasn't a pandemic, and it was just Christmas and we were all vibing. So let's check out a few highlights from some of my vlog-ish videos that didn't really hold up. And as you can see, this is not a regular video because you are not stationary. I'm holding you. That is because I'm doing my first vlog. What is the name of the land? Frontier is, what land is that? Liberty Square? Ah! No, 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 no. We made it through us.
I am dead.
That was so scary. It's the festival of fantasy. Why did you separate me from the group? It's one of the cotton candy cocoons. No, 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 go away. Oh my God, stop, 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 stop. Up next, let's talk about the genre where my channel got its namesake, the tea time videos. That was really a main part of why I wanted to start the YouTube channel. And I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to talk about, and so I didn't for the longest time, other than UCF, but we'll get to her. There was one summer I just kicked off a whole bunch of videos. A lot of them had to do with Disney movies that were coming out at the time. There was The Little Mermaid casting that happened. There was my thoughts on Aladdin. There was Descendants 3, my predictions, and then my review of the movie. So a lot of Disney-based stuff. And there was the one instance where I decided I was going to take off the Tati versus James Charles drama that happened one summer that everyone forgot about, and is suddenly now relevant again in 2020 because it's just gotten 10 times worse now that Jeffree and Shane Dawson are basically canceled on the internet. So that's super fun for all of us. But let's check out some of the moments that stood out to me and my little tea time stuff. And we have yet to cover anything piping hot topics. I don't know if it's just me, but that is the stupidest argument I have ever heard in my life. This song is a departure from it, but not in a good way. That Iago isn't portrayed as much of a comic relief character as when he was in 1992, portrayed by Gilbert Gottfried. That do not age well. Child abandonment and being a terrible father and like not being there for your children, which is a little too real to 2019, but okay. Counts going down, and then as we watch Tati's go up, and absolutely no universe do I think Melissa McCarthy should be playing Ursula. None. Absolutely none. I think the most impressive musical scene for me was Friend Like Me. We see a beast version of him in this movie. 2019, hello, barriers. As most of you know, the tea times will lead into another genre that has currently made up the brunt of my channel and has the most popular video on my channel, and that is the reactions. Boy, do we love a reaction on this channel. It started with the Greatest Showman Reimagined album reaction, which actually started, I was out with my friends that night and I told them I needed to get back home to my dorm in time to film the reaction while my roommates were away. So that's exactly what happened. That is what kicked it off, and it did so well that I was like, maybe we're onto something. And sure enough, we were, because reactions are a huge part of the tea at this point. Some of my favorite reactions are definitely ones that I got to do with my friend Danielle, which you guys know pretty well on the channel. I bring her on for all the Ariana Grande stuff. most well known for being in the most popular video still on my channel, Thank You Next album reaction, which is still one of my favorite videos on the channel. So many great, chaotic moments that occurred in that, and such a genuine reaction for both of us being the hardcore Ariana Grande stans that we were. But those were the videos where a lot of you guys probably came from. That's how most of you know me as the Ariana Grande stan that I am, even though I've definitely been branching out. We did the Harry Styles Fine Line. The Sia Christmas album that you guys were not very fond of because I didn't like it as much as you wanted me to, but that's okay. Future Nostalgia, which love her. Rain on Me, which was incredible. Kings and Queens, Ava Max. Yeah, really just diving into, you know, getting those pure reactions on camera for you guys because I have this really bad habit of not being able to be subtle about any emotions that I have, and so you guys can see it all on camera. So let's check out some of the best reaction moments that we have had on this channel.
Oh, she did not! We need to address this! We need to, hold on. We need to address this! Oh, she flipped.
Oh, I have to learn this quote. Oh!
I don't want to watch this anymore, Jeremy.
Y'all wanna talk about a wig? Y'all wanna talk about a wig? Oh my god! Stop it! Wait a minute, no! Yo! I'm sorry, oh my god. And finally, that brings us to the real reason that I started this channel, as I mentioned earlier. It was to track my journey through college, especially at UCF. It is responsible for the second most popular video, which has really not aged well. I don't know if you guys decided to watch the 5 More Things to Know About UCF video, where I kind of addressed this, but the 5 Things you should know about UCF video that I did like October, and actually no, it might have still been September of 2018, has kicked off, especially since the whole COVID-19 thing started and people couldn't get down to UCF and get tours and stuff. People just really have taken a shine to that video, even though it's terrible.
Sorry.
It is genuinely a terrible video. It gives you some good-ish advice. However, it does not give you anything specific to our university that is really worth listening to. So I did attempt to redo it, and that one hasn't taken off. I also did the freshman year UCF to Classify freshman year survival guide, and that one had a very good reception too. People seem to enjoy that one. I've done some videos on things that happen at UCF, including the Light Up UCF video. It was one half of the hosting party for the Universal Nights UCF video that they did, so that was super fun to take you along with. And I also took you through some of my favorite moments of this past fall before the world went insane. So let's go through a journey starting from the very beginning. UCF football was the first video I did on my channel. That was an actual video, and everyone was very confused because, one, I'm not an authority who should be speaking on any sport ever, especially not football. And two, it was entertaining because I attempted to explain. It's basically when you have someone who knows nothing about what they're talking about, attempt to explain it like they do know what they're talking about, and that was that entire video. So let's revisit some of the highlights of the tea at UCF. We're going to be talking about UCF again.
Oh, call the athletic director! Call the medical field!
Oh, it's so cool under here!
Do we have any
And boy, have they started a culture at UCF. Free stuff.
Free stuff.
Free stuff.
Yellow staircases. Barry, no tears left to cry because I believe you will be. This is what a typical UCF game looks like.
Yes, go get your life!
Mary snapped with the carousel pictures this year. And that brings us to the present. Here we are, Jay chillin' and the hot messery that is 2020. We've come a long way. We've had a lot of fun on this channel. I've gotten to bring on a lot of special guests to come do things with me on the channel, and it's been a really great time. I still am the king of neglecting my YouTube channel, and you all know that better than anyone else does. I literally even had someone on my TikTok ask for another YouTube video. They were like, these are great and all, but please give us another YouTube video. And I was like, okay. So here we are. And I'm super excited for what the future holds for this channel, because I definitely want to get back into posting more and doing stuff for you guys. So hopefully we'll have some new things to react to. I know Taylor Swift just dropped an album, and even though I'm not the biggest T-Swizzle fan, I'll react to it if you guys want me to, so let me know. I did mention at the end of the 5 more things to know about UCF, if you left your question in the comments, I would be doing a UCF Q&A, and I will be doing that, especially right before school starts, so you guys get the answers that you want. But please comment down below, what are some of your favorite moments on the channel? What's your favorite video? Who's your favorite special guest? Give me some tea, you know? And if you have any suggestions of things that you want to see on the channel in the near future, also put those down below and I will get to them as soon as I find the motivation to. I'm only kind of kidding. But if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Thank you all again for 1,000 subscribers on the T. It really has been quite a journey. Almost 2 years in the making, and here we are. So as I've taken to doing every video with my little end quote, I leave you with this. Sometimes we might do things out of straight delirium, and well, it might be those ideas that make dreams come true. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the T on that. Catch you guys next.